Hello people, welcome to the channel. UFC 299, probably going to be one of the best cards of the year, coming up this weekend, taking place in Miami. We got Sean O'Malley defending his title for the first time against Marlon Chito Vera, the rematch. In this one, we're going to be doing my full card predictions, not including the main event. That video will come out on Wednesday. But yeah, in this one, we're just going to fly through the early prelims, talk a little bit more about the prelims, and then we're going to spend a little bit more time talking about the main card. Joanne Wood versus Marina Moroz. I don't know how to pronounce her name that well. I am going to go with Moroz, though I'm going to take her by a submission. Moving up, we got CJ Vergara versus Asu Almabayev. I'm going to end up taking Almabayev by a submission, probably rear naked choke. Moving up, we have Josh Parazian versus Robles Robelias, or however you pronounce his name, that guy. I'm picking him probably by head kick KO first round. Moving up to the last early prelim, we got Michelle Pereira versus that dude. All the names on this are brutal for me to pronounce. Sorry guys, super unprofessional of me. But I'm going to go with Pereira here, probably by a decision. Now, moving up to some of the more entertaining fights on the card. First fight on the prelims, we got Pedro Munoz versus Kyler Phillips. I'm going to go with Kyler Phillips here, and I think I'm going to take a 30-27 decision. But I do think Pedro Munoz has a good chance here, and I think I seen/heard he was a pretty sizable underdog, so I don't hate him. But Kyler Phillips is going to be the pick. We got Mateusz Gamrot versus Rafael Dos Anjos. I got to go with Gamrot here. A lot of decisions tonight, but I'm going to go with by decision. I think RDA is pretty durable. I don't think Gamrot's going to be able to sink in any submission. I don't think he's going to beat him up to the point where he's going to finish him over the course of 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking Gamrot, but by decision. Moving up, we got Caitlin Chukagian versus Macy Barber. We're going to take Macy Barber by a decision. Fucking hell. WMMA fight. I like Macy Barber. She's pretty decent. And I think she's going to take this one, moving closer to title contention. The final prelim. We got Curtis Blades facing off against Jailton Almeida. 2 good wrestlers. Curtis Blades is probably the better striker, to be honest. Has a chance to knock him out here, but I'm definitely going to take Jailton Almeida, and I think he's going to wrap up a first round rear naked choke. Get that one done by submission. Make it look pretty easy, and make his way towards a heavyweight title shot. Now, moving on to the main card. Opening it up, we got Song Yadong versus Petr Yan. I think this has classic war potential. Off the bat, I am going to take Song Yadong by a unanimous decision. Both guys have really good power. They're both really quick. Yan tends to be a bit of a slow starter, so in a 3-rounder, that could be a problem. I see Song Yadong, throwing more volume, especially early in the round. I think he's going to bank the first round pretty easily on Petr Yan just being a little bit standoffish in the first round. You know, Petr Yan's coming off of like 4 losses in a row, so he also just might be a little tentative. And we know Song Yadong is a madman. He'll move forward with reckless abandonment. He's powerful. He's dangerous everywhere. He's well-rounded, younger, in his prime. He's only like 25 years old or 26 years old. And yeah, I see Petr Yan getting better as the fight goes on. I really do. I think he could probably win the 3rd round, making it a 29-28. But I do think the first round and probably round 2 as well are going to be very decisive, but competitive in the same breath for Song Yadong. I think he's going to be getting the better of the exchanges, but I think Petr Yan is going to make this an absolute war, and I'm very excited for it. But my official prediction is a 29-28 decision for Song Yadong. Moving up on the card, another banger. This card's fantastic. we got Jack Della Maddalena versus Gilbert Burns. I'm going to take Jack Della by a first round guillotine off a double leg takedown. I am just kidding. Of course, I do think JDM will be able to keep this on the feet and absolutely beat the shit out of Gilbert Burns. I just picture Gilbert Burns maybe trying to shoot a takedown or two, not really being able to get them, not being as strong and as explosive as Jack Della. And I think on the feet, he just doesn't have anything for Jack Della Maddalena. I just think he's the better boxer. I think he's just going to be beating his head back and forth. And I just think he's going to beat the shit out of him in the first round and just dominate this fight from the very beginning until I see him in the second round getting a good few jabs on the chin of Gilbert Burns, pressing him up against the fence, unloading a combo, 3, 4, 5-piece combination, putting Gilbert Burns to the ground, where he will follow up with ground and pound, winning by a KO TKO in round 2. Moving up on the card, the featured fight, the second to last one we'll be talking about in this video, Kevin Holland versus MVP Michael Venom Page. I think this fight might start reminiscent of the Wonder Boy fight, where there's like a spoken agreement where it'll kind of be a kickboxing match, and you know, Holland's probably going to try to have a bit of a dick measuring contest with MVP on the feet. And I think MVP might tag him a couple of times and turn him into a grappler. And I honestly think that's the best game plan. And I think that is what will happen. And I think that's gonna cause Kevin Holland to shoot some takedowns, get some control time. They're similar in size. I do think he'll be able to put up a bit of a fight on the feet, but I do think MVP is the more technical striker. But I just think the later the fight goes, Holland will be able to get takedowns. In the 3-rounder, I think he'll be able to win at least rounds 2 and 3, mixing in the takedowns with the striking, control time, ground and pound. Maybe try to get a submission like a Darce choke or something like that. But I am going to go with, I'll take a Holland 29-28 split decision. I feel like it's going to be close. It's going to be a good fight. But I just think Holland is like, fucking, I don't know, like 7 years younger than him or something. I don't know the exact age, but MVP's out of his prime. Holland's in his prime. Holland at 170 is a problem. He has good power, and I think Holland's going to take this fight over MVP in his debut. Moving up, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier needs to start moving his shit into the retirement home. This definitely is a striker versus grappler matchup, you know, Dustin being the phenomenal boxer, and Benoit Saint-Denis being a relentless grappler who also has good striking in his own right. But he can kick your head off, as we've seen in the Matt Frevola fight. But I just think that after like 3 rounds of this 5-round fight, after some grueling exchanges, after some damage, I think Benoit Saint-Denis is going to find the back of Dustin Poirier and choke him unconscious. He might tap, but I just feel like I have a weird feeling that he's going to choke him unconscious, and it's going to be a really dramatic finish for Benoit Saint-Denis, causing him to get up like this, or like the Islam Makhachev, just shushing the crowd. I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal for Benoit Saint-Denis. I think this is going to be a really, really standout performance, despite having a massive uptick in competition, where you had Matt Frevola ranked, I think it was like 14th or 13th or 15th in that realm at the time, getting the number 3, I believe it's 3 guy in Dustin Poirier here. But I think Poirier will have success on the feet, success in the boxing. I do think he's clearly better than Benoit Saint-Denis in the boxing. I think he'll definitely be able to possibly winning like round 1, sticking to a nice jab, throwing some combinations, putting a little bit of pressure on first. But I do think as the fight goes on, Benoit Saint-Denis will find a finish here. And I think this, well, the Gaethje fight for sure, but this will be the beginning of the end, if you will, for Dustin Poirier in terms of being a top contender in the lightweight division. But let me know what you guys think of all the fights on this card. It's going to be a fantastic card. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday for my main event, Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera prediction. Not going to let anything slide in this video on who I'm going to pick or what I'm going to pick for that, but the whole card is going to be bangers. I'm very excited. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Subscribe if you love all things MMA. Drop a like if you enjoyed. And thank you so much for watching. And go sleep.